honor for me how fortunate I am to be Luke's dad.
Yeah, yes, exactly. Obviously, I'm being facetious there,
There's
but
nothing greater than the pride of a dad.
of course
and
it
to
is.
see young children do so well. And one of the reasons why I'm so honored to be here in Las Vegas at CES, a show that I know you're intricately involved with every year.
Without a doubt.
CES is always about what's next in the world. And so at the Consumer Electronics Show, which we're right here in Las Vegas now, starts tomorrow, all these different companies, 3,600 exhibiting companies and 2.5 million square feet of exhibit space, and it's just all coming true. And to see how that plays out into the future of sports, the future of the world, and then to see one of our four sons, Luke, number 3 in the line there chronologically, to see him be able to be part of something so very, very special. Tiki, you and I have spent our lives in sports to where you're on a great team, you've got a great coach, the big moments, and then to see your child be out there and to have that same type of experience and to understand how valuable that is, how enjoyable it is, and how fun it is. Because when you think of how technology is changing everything, you think of CES being the hub of that world, we're bringing everybody together. There's going to be 175,000 attendees here in Las Vegas here. It's just going to be absolutely fantastic. A lot of those companies will be from San Francisco, where the Golden State Warriors are based. Tonight, the Warriors play at Los Angeles, Luke's former team, and to see how that will play out with Kobe and Mitch Kupchak and the legacy of the Laker family and franchise there. And then now Luke comes in as the coach, interim of the best team in basketball, the reigning champions, off to the greatest start in NBA history, and with the best player in all the land right now in Steph Curry, and to see the way they move the ball around, to see the interchangeability and all the different things that are so prevalent in the world of technology and science and engineering, all the things I love, it all rolls into one, Tiki. And now I'm here on your show with you. So good morning and hello.
That is awesome. I appreciate that from you, Bill Walton. I really do. And interestingly, some people may not know, but Luke has now one more championship than Bill, because he won 2 with the Lakers, and now as an assistant, he won one last year, obviously with the Golden State Warriors. Are you surprised at his ability to step into that role? Because he hadn't had any kind of head coaching experience on any level. He was a D-League developmental coach before he took the job with Golden State. Now here he is at the helm of the best team in basketball and doing an admirable job.
In any aspect of life, whether it's sports, whether it's business, whether it's technology, you want talent over experience all the time. To have both is great, but if you're going to have one, always choose talent. And Luke was very fortunate, Tiki, in his life to have 4 incredibly special coaches coming up along the way. Greg Lee, in the very earliest days, Greg Lee was on our UCLA teams back 46 years ago. He was the guy that made it all happen. Then his high school coach was Jim Thome in San Diego. His college coach at Arizona was Lute Olson, and his NBA coach was Phil Jackson. So he was able to see all this, and then he was able to play with Shaq and Kobe and Karl Malone and Gary Payton and Rick Fox and Robert Horry and all these remarkable players. And then he joins this franchise that is right now the gold standard. They're the champions. They're the best team. They have the best player. They play the most fun style. Now, you can never discount the impact that LeBron will have on every single game, every single season that he plays it. The same way with the San Antonio Spurs, who were on fire, and they're a bigger, more powerful, more physically imposing team than the Golden State Warriors. But right now, it's happening for Luke. And to be able to see him to step right in a tough situation. We all love Steve Kerr. I've grown up with Steve Kerr. Steve was a ball boy at UCLA. Steve played for Lute Olson. Steve played for Phil Jackson. Steve played with Michael Jordan, one of the greatest teams. And to have his health fall apart. Now, so many things are going on at CES right now that all play right into the synergies of what's going on with the Warriors.
Yes.
Because the base of science and technology of what the Warriors do with all their fan base in that community, to see how health plays out, because to see how the sustainability issues that we're facing in our environmental challenges play out, and what the people, what the visionaries, what the dreamers and the leaders are doing here at CES, They are looking at every single problem. And the way that we are challenged in our lives to be able to use the technology that CES, CTA comes and brings together with the networking, with the deal making, with the educational seminars, with the unveiling of the new products and the new companies. And I live in and for the startup world.
Yeah.
And this year, for the first time, CES has come up with Eureka Parks. Eureka, we found it, right? So they got 500 exhibiting
What is Eureka Park? What is Eureka Park? Tell me this. Obviously, we're talking to the great Bill Walton, NBA legend, but he's also talking about CES, which I love, the Consumer Electronics Show out in Las Vegas. And there's so many new things, fitness, wearables, sports tech, etc. Tell us what Eureka Park is, and tell me the most interesting thing that you've seen already, even though the conference doesn't start until tomorrow. I know you get behind-the-scenes access, Bill.
Well, we're here watching them all set up, and it's super exciting because you see all these wide-eyed people with these great ideas. And CES, always at the forefront of what's next, what's new. They realize that so much of our world is the startup world. So this year they've come up with a Eureka Park, and from 29 different countries, you've got over 500 exhibiting startup companies who are going to be there with all kinds of varying different products in varying stages of development and companies that are just getting going. And all these leaders, all these tech leaders and business guys and marketing guys, advertising, finance guys, community professionals, they're just wandering around here. They're checking everything out, and everybody's gravitating towards Eureka Park because you always want to be what's part of first, next, right there, so that you can come out there and say, yeah, I was there. And so at Eureka Park, you got all these really young guys. And I remember, Tiki, when you and I were both really young.
Yeah.
That is, you're a lot younger than I am, but that is no longer the case for me. But to see the messages, to see the hope, to see the dream of any possibility, and to see the combination of sensors, the combination of technology, the combination of wearables, the combination of equipment and tools and measurable analytics, how it all comes together, Tiki, and then how it comes back full circle to play real time on the grandest of stages, whether it's communication, whether it's information transfers, whether it's peak performance on command, whether it's to use this equipment to diagnose medical and health challenges that we're having. What are we going to do with our energy needs and our sustainability in terms of managing the limited resources that we have on an ever-crowded planet? And so it's just all come together here, and it has just been better than perfect. I just can't believe you're so far away and you're not actually sitting right next to me here, Tiki.
See, I wish I could bring... I wish I could be out there, Bill. I wish I could be out there.
I am on fire. I'm looking around at all these companies, all these different products. Sony is here. All the shoe companies, all the car companies, transportation, so very important here. And then the entertainment companies and the sports companies, and everybody coming out with the Fitbit products and the Jawbone Up 2 and the Plantronics Backbeat Fit and the Sony Smart Bee Trainer, the Bentex Metis Trainer and the Smart Balls and all the different apps that just make it all happen here. This is the convergence of the world's largest health, fitness, and wellness community, and I am proud, privileged, and honored to be a part of it, Tiki.
Bill Walton, NBA legend, you might be one of the most diversified minds that I've ever met or known, but let me pull you back into basketball for a second. You mentioned the Golden State Warriors going to Los Angeles, and we all know what's happening in Los Angeles. It's the retirement tour of Kobe Bryant. Jim Buss, who's filling in for, or who took over for his old man, and Mitch Kupchak, they're trying to rebuild something there. How long does it take, and is this the right way for Kobe to end his illustrious career?
Kobe's doing great, and I'm such a fan. I'm happy for him that things are going as well as they possibly can. Kobe's been playing a really long time at the highest levels. Now, you're talking about, in Jerry Buss, the greatest owner in the history of all team sports. But anybody will tell you, anybody who's been there, and you've been there, Tiki, anybody will tell you, the coach, you got to have the players. You got to have the best players. And right now, the best players are in Golden State, they're with LeBron, and they're in San Antonio.